What sucks is wondering. 730 days and 32 new grades. That album got me stressed, I tune it like T-Pain. Yeah, I got the keys and these got keychains. They keep taking shots, but they missing, they need aim. Cop the signal like Bruce Wayne. Never had it all, but I built it from loose change. Life is like a
As the sun starts to set, we're going to see how much light is left by the end of this early evening game here on the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, a contest that looks real good on paper between the visiting team and the home team. It's one of the happiest moments for any football fan. Welcome back, friends. A new season is officially underway. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Sending him on the dive. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Takes the handoff. Now to throw. Connects on the crosser. And he's going to get this to the opposing 41. They get 22 out of that play. And that is good for a first down.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
On first down, they'll run. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Pass play now. Taking a deep shot there on first down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete. Went for that big shot. They wanted to get that highlight the first time they touched the football.
Now, this group likes to be aggressive, and early incompletion's not going to deter them. Sharpshooters, they don't stop shooting threes because of one brick, and they won't stop pushing this ball down the field either.
Finds him over the middle. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3.
Let's go now. Viking 18. 72.
Out of the gun. They'll give it to him inside. And he stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now. Love the way they decided to keep the drive moving. Brock pounding it forward, setting an early tone on this opening drive.
It sure does, both physically and then mentally as well, because you know and I know, successful run often leads to great play-action pass.
Perfect way to start the season as their opening drive has reached goal to go.
Here we go. Cougar 19. Let's go.
They'll throw it on 1st and goal. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You got to shake it off and keep on firing.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. He's going to throw it. And this is going to be hauled in for the touchdown. These guys finish up an excellent opening series. All right, so nice little drive they put together there in their first series of the season, partner, and the year begins on a high note with a touchdown.
Yeah, they'll be able to begin the season on a high note with a win. Well, they put more drives like that together, they sure will, but I don't know. I got that Pete Carroll just still bouncing in my brain. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. But you can't start much better than that.
That one right down the middle. And these guys take a 7-0 lead as he starts this year 1-for-1. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. Starting from the 5. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. We go now. Time to start this drive. 1st and 10. They'll throw to begin this drive. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
1st and 10 from the 32.
Ready?
Back to the well again. And this defense is firing to begin the season, huh? Great play to get him behind the line. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he takes this up to the 34-yard line. That's a gain of 4 on the play.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they've got to him just a step or 2 before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. Here's 1st and 10 from the 42 as this opening drive continues. Now looking to throw. He's got a man left. And he will take this in. Touchdown. These guys finish off their opening drive. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Fielded at the 7. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
They'll take over. 1st down and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
On the jump.
All right, they're out and set. Here we go, 1st and 10. They're going play action. Hits his running back. And this is going to come to an end right at the 32-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that gives them a 1st down.
32-yard line.
Go! 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
There's a dive up the middle. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 + 4 + 4 equals a 1st down.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Throwing now off the play action. He's going to loft one deep to the left. That one's caught at the 10-yard line. He does it. Touchdown. These guys have taken the first quarter lead.
I know you got to mix your looks defensively. You just can't play all zone coverage, and sometimes you got to play man-to-man. But with the receiver, with that kind of speed, that is scary, and he just made him pay.
Now we'll see them try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And his guys take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. All set to go now from the 35.
Here we go. Set.
First and 10, looking to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Well, not what you like to see. Still just in the opening quarter of the season, and they have an injured player out there. Let's hope it's nothing major as he gets looked at.
Let's go. Ready?
They'll throw it here on first. Short pass brought in. And he has it to the 23-yard line as he's brought down. Give him 24 on that play. And that'll set him up with a fresh set of downs. We're through one quarter of this opening weekend of football. It's a 14-7 game. Back with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Welcome back. We're all set to start the second. Offense already out to resume its drive.
Ready.
They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's 2nd down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know. And you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
And a first down.
Set.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown! Well, he found himself some space to work, and from there, all athleticism as he made his way in for 6.
You know, you run the ball down in the red zone, Kate, you're not always thinking touchdowns, right? Space is so hard to come by. But you're exactly right. His athleticism, his explosion, his speed, it puts 6 on the board for the offense.
Now, after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. He fields it from the 8. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out.
18 Cardinal. Warriors 17.
1st and 10, they're going to throw. That one is complete to Fannin. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Bronco 80.
I'll throw it. Good play on the football defensively. He knocks it away, and that's going to bring up 3rd down.
You know, it's one thing to tell a quarterback not to telegraph a pass. It's quite another to fundamentally do the right things. You got to use your eyes to move defenders in this league, especially on your primary target.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Hey.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Puts everything he has under this one. This is brought in at the 15. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that means 1st down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And they'll only find 1 yard up the gut. 2nd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Dropping back to throw. Throw left side, complete. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6.
Come on, set. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
They'll throw, 3rd and long. And he's got his man. Touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate. You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. What makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
That one splits the uprights. And these guys break that tie and now lead by 7.
Visitors 14.
And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. All set to go now from the 35.
Here we go, set, ready.
Shotgun snap, they'll throw. Finds a seam down the middle. And that is a touchdown!
There's a good chance he wasn't even looking when that ball was released, but the crowd, well, the crowd let him know exactly what was going on. He could feel the swell of excitement whenever they take a deep shot. It's only going to get louder now as they were able to connect.
So they got him for roughing the kicker. They're going to put that penalty yardage on the spot of the ensuing kickoff. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. All set to go now from the 35. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll get about 4 yards as that brings up 2nd down.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
2nd and 6.
Bring it. Go. Jack Panther. Go.
Blown back, it's the handoff. And he's going to have this up and across midfield, partner, to the 48. It's a gain of 12 on that one, and that gives him the first.
It really is pretty simple. If you want to run against a 3-4 group right up the gut, number one, got to control that nose tackle. Number two, you got to get people to the second level. That was teaching tape.
Plenty of points already, partner, as we have reached the 2-minute warning. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Football's on the 48. Here we go. First down. Off the play fake, he'll throw. This is reeled in nicely downfield by Jones. And he's going to be down to within a yard of that red zone as the stop is made. It's again at 27 yards to move the chains.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
Throwing from the gun. Completed over the middle. And he'll go down here at the 16.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Cowboy 80.
He'll look to throw. And that one's behind him. That's incomplete. This one misses the tight end. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he hits a wall, stops at a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th down. After that play, we see some concern from their guys on the field. And now we know why. One of their best players was hurt on the play and is getting worked on. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And they've taken back the lead.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
After the field goal, they'll boot it away and put their defense back out on the field. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line.
Ready.
All set to go now from the 35. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
So far, this script, well, it's dictated some early looks for this running back, and now you're seeing the adjustment defensively. Not so easy on those checkdowns. Nowhere for that ball to go.
He's going to throw again on 2nd down. Caught quickly on the slant. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first.
Ready?
1st and 10 now from the 46.
Come on, set. Ready?
Here's a throw. It is caught left side. And they're going to hold him down just shy of the 40. Timeout taken by the offense. Their second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. So 1st down from the 41.
Ready? Go. 10.
From the gun, a give to Hunter. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here.
Watch out now. 52. Ready?
And they're going to get up to it and spike it. That's going to stop the clock.
Ready? Break.
2nd and 10. Need something positive here.
Let's go now. Ready?
Working now from the gun. Fits it through the middle. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. All right, timeout taken by the offense. 5 seconds left, and they could take some points into the locker room on this final play of the half. Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
From the red zone now. Touchdown. These guys take the lead just before halftime. Now they'll try to knock the extra point through. The point after splits the uprights. And his guys take a 4-point lead.
Visitors 48. Our home team 24.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. Returning it from the 4. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. All set to go now from the 35. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Finds him over the middle. Hits the 20. And they're going to have first and goal as he gets this down to the 4.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And through the back of the end zone and out of bounds. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. So after the incomplete pass, here comes second and goal.
Ready. 60 ready.
They'll work against the blitz. That one connects. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line.
Well, we saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them. And the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown! These guys grow the lead coming out of halftime. They'll try this extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And these guys drive their lead to 11.
Our home team, 24.
Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. This return starts at the 5. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30.
27-yard line.
Offense to the line. Here we go.
Let's go now.
Dive play straight ahead. And that's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Go!
They give it to him again. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Working on first down. Gets it to him on the screen. Into the secondary past the 40. And he hits that enemy 25-yard line before he is sent out. That one hits for 30. And that's going to bring up first down. Sets him up nice and pretty at the 25 following that big play. First down, play action. He's got it near the 8. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. They'll have first and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
First down. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
From the red zone on first. To the end zone, but incomplete. Couldn't get it. That's going to set up second and goal.
There's a lot of studies done every offseason, Kate, about the best red zone offenses. And typically, it's about creative quarterbacks doing just what he tried to do right there in extending the play out of the pocket. The problem is there was just nowhere for him to go with the ball.
They'll send him up the middle. And he carries it in for the touchdown. These guys start the second half with some needed points. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
They're signaling for a stoppage here, and yep, there's a player injured after that snap. Not what they wanted to see in week 1 as their medical staff heads out to check on him. So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Starting from the 5. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
First down and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. Takes the handoff, now to throw. He throws a bullet to the center of the... Well, his first real mistake, that's intercepted. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did.
Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So it'll be 2nd down.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
The give here on 2nd. And this fight good enough to gain about 4. It's 3rd down.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
18 Rattler. Warrior 70.
Throw here, 3rd down. That's complete to the sideline. Not a ton of room, but he does get the feet down.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I could think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field's thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
From their own side, they're going to go for this. They need about 2.
Let's go. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Let's go. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat.
Looking to throw. He's going deep this time. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
It's a turnover.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Tight end has it across the middle. And he's taken down at the 30. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
30-yard line.
Here we go. Ready?
Give now to the running back. And he's going to get forward for a gain of about 7 on that run. It's 2nd down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2.
Let's go. Cut.
Looking in the air here. complete out to the right. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
Striker, 3-3.
Is a first down.
Let's go now. Ready.
Working inside the red zone. Ball is caught. He has the touchdown. I should know this by now, Brock. I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong on the playbill for this lead we've got here, but his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his second touchdown grab.
Yeah, a bunch of contributors all throughout this roster. No, not a Broadway guy. And with 2 scores now, it's what, a 2-score game?
Yep.
Easy to see he's been one of the key actors throughout.
Appreciate the honesty. His return starts at the 5. And he's going to head out of bounds on the return. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. He starts out this drive with a nice gain of 8. 2nd down. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
And down to the up back. And without much room to work, he has a minimal gain on the final play of the 3rd quarter. We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. They've got 1st down here from the 36.
70, 60.
Back now, pressure coming. Finds him on the slant. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for a new set of downs.
46-yard line.
70 Lions. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
And they're going to throw out of the gun. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And that sack drives him in the wrong direction, partner, ahead of their 2nd down.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home that side.
Throw left side, finds Fanning. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches.
Let's go. Cougar 19. Hurt. Check, Bobcat. Check, Bobcat. Go.
They'll try and pick this up on the ground. They sent him right up the gut, but he wasn't able to get anywhere. The defense braced for impact, and they made the stop. It's 4th down.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. If you don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Going to go for it here, trailing in the 4th.
Here we go, set. Cut up, Hawks.
Trying to push this past the marker. And this runs overwhelmed. They drive him backwards and off the field with this turnover on downs.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Finds a seam down the middle. He's still going at the 30. He's got room to roam. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2. That sets up 1st and goal.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
And in he goes for the touchdown. These guys make it a 3-score game in the 4th. Extra point attempt coming up. Extra point sent right down the middle. And his guys go up by 19.
29. Our home team, 30.
They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. Has this at the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
First and 10. At their own 28-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Go! 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 19 Lion. Come 19, come 19. Huh.
Throwing from the gun here. Well, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. And they bring him down after the pick and decent return.
I'll hear a lot of defensive coordinators say you've got to earn the right to rush the passer by doing work on the early downs. You know what this is, Kate? They've earned the right to be aggressive defensively with the work they did through 3 quarters, and this defense is cutting it loose.
And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Ready?
Now we're on the counter. Well, he had to power through 1 tackle just to get back to the line that time.
When one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
At the 20-yard line.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Back-to-back carries here. Nothing doing on 2nd. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Ready.
They'll air it out on 3rd. Complete beyond the marker. And this drive is going to continue. He's taken down at the 2 on 3rd down. And they've got themselves a 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes teams break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Caught out wide. Touchdown. These guys put up even more points in a win. From Sid Luckman in 1943 to Drew Brees in 2015. We've had 8 quarterbacks throw 7 touchdowns in 1 game. And now we have a 9th who's accomplished that feat as his dominance over this defense continues. Looks like they're going to happily turn this one down and let the play stand. Thanks to the penalty, they'll kick it away from further up the field. Brings in the kick at the 9. Showing a little burst so far. He's brought down to end that run back, and we have reached our 2-minute warning. 1st and 10 from the 32.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Tag.
Sending him on the dive. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Another carry for him. Oh, he lost the football. Ooh, and they are lucky to get this one back on the recovery. A solid gain of 6 there. It's going to be 3rd and just a yard.
Gain of 6.
Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
The handoff on 3rd and short. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. A gain of a lone yard, but Brock, that's all they needed. First down.
That's one as a running back in this league, you got to convert every time. Teams really don't care. If you're a Hall of Famer or an undrafted rookie, you can't get 1 yard for a first, they're going to start holding auditions for someone who can.
Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
And they make the tackle at the 38. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38.
At the 38-yard line.
They go play action on 1st down. Caught on the comeback route. And this play's nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Hold it ready. Let's go. Hawks.
Trying to throw this from the gun. That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, you get more interceptions.
And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ball game. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
And that's incomplete with 7 seconds left. Time for 1, maybe 2 more snaps. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So it's 2nd down coming up.
Go.
Throwing it again here. He brings it in. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. The timeout arrives with just 3 seconds remaining in this game, so we've got 1 more snap coming up. All right, this is going to be the final play of the game.
70 Timberwolves. Panther 60. Panther 60. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Let's go.
Here he goes, 1 final shot. And that last pass falls incomplete as this game comes to a close. So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with the win. And they're one of the fortunate teams to begin the season with a 1-0 record. So far, so good to begin this new campaign.